Right, well, the boat has an issue. It leaks. Now, during the last winter when I did all the boating, I noticed there was like weeping coming out near the keel area. Now, I wasn't sure if it was actually leaking or if it was just moisture that was finding its way through the paint and that kind of thing and working its way out, because the boat never actually emptied the water out. It never leaked out completely, so there was no water in the boat. During this year it went down, it was fine, and then a month or so in I noticed it was taking a little bit of water. Eventually I emptied it completely dry one day, went back the next day, and the water's up to the height of the pump, so I know it's leaking. Now the question is what to do about it. Now this, I'm putting this up onto Patreon members to start with. I will do another video a little bit later on the main channel, but I'm just giving you the heads up on it. This is part of the reason why the boat's probably going to come out early. Now there's no danger at the moment with the boat. It's such a slow leak. I took it onto the beach and I watched it, and you're getting two drips every minute pretty much. And when it's in the water, it takes the water on, but it takes like hours before it gets to the pump. We're talking half a day before it reaches the sort of pump, which is not much water, to where the float switch activates. And yeah, so it's like I say, it's literally weeping through. It's coming definitely through the keel, I know that. So it's just basically a bad build. When they built it, it's just bolted the keel on, and there's no fiberglass that sort of seals the keel in or anything. There is on the inside, I know, I can see it, so how it's coming through I don't quite know. But I mean, what are our options? Well, the options are that I take the boat out, get it over, which is a problem because it's a displacement hole which makes the boat very heavy, and fibre all the way along it, job done. Alternatively, I can go from the inside, pour resin, find the hole, leaks out, seals the hole. The trouble with that is I've got a sealed floor, so I can't see under my floor without having to cut all the floor open. So again, another big job. Whichever way I look at it, it's quite a big job, and it's a right pain in the ass. And not only that, I have to get the boat dry to get the water out. Now, yeah, so it's a pretty big job, and it's going to cost money, obviously, and all the rest of it. And the other option is get another boat. Now, the problems with getting another boat is, one is obviously the cost of it. I mean, you see what I do. If I fish, that's pretty much what I do. I don't make a lot of money out of it, and you know, I mean, I can afford something. That's not the problem. I can get a boat of some description. It's on top of that, because I have a license, if I get anything bigger than what I've got, I'm going to need more units, so that's going to cost money. I've also got to change my GU number over, which involves probably having another boat survey, which could cost me anything. Well, the last one I had, which was years ago, was £500, so it's probably like £1,000 to survey the boat, just to say that, oh, you can use it, kind of thing. It's sort of safe, you might say. Again, it's all a bit of a pain in the arse. And my other option, which I'm exploring at the moment, is looking for a boat sponsor. That is an idea. Now, I'm putting this up on Patreon because I just want to get your views on it. I want to see what you think. Should we fix the boat? I mean, I probably will fix it at some point anyway. Even if I was to sell it, I'd probably fix it all up before I sell it. So, fix it, get another new boat, and I will explore the sponsor side of it as well, because let's face it, we're using a boat on a video for one, 2 videos a week, possibly more in the future. And what a great way for somebody who's got a boat company to advertise their boats. On top of that, you see the extreme conditions we have around this island with the waters and the tides, even around the UK, but you need a good boat around these waters, so that sort of proves a good quality boat as well. So it might be worth exploring that. Whether I'll have any luck with that, I don't know. We're still a small channel. The channel is growing. I mean, it's not like it's not growing. It's just growing slowly and steadily. You know, you're getting steady people that watch the videos. That we're not just getting an influx of people who just jump onto maybe a site, subscribe, and never watch the videos. People do actually watch the videos, which is the main thing for me. And that's what keeps the videos coming, is just the fact that people you know, enjoy the videos and they watch the videos. So anyway, yeah, these are kind of the options at the moment. I'm veering towards getting another boat. I have thought about it before, because my theory behind it is that I'll have a boat. If I could get something like an Orkney, say a 16, maybe a 19, because 16, you're sort of bordering on size of safety and stuff. But my idea is to get a boat, a planing hull this time, not one that goes like the one I've got, because the one I've got is slow. If I get a planing hull, say I got an Orkney 16, if I put the same engine on the back, I'm probably going to be doing 10 knots. If I can go up to a 15 horse. In fact, my license for my boat is rated up to the 15 horse, because that's what I had on originally. So you could put a 15 horse on a planing hull. That now gives us 14 knots, which is double the speed of what we've got at the moment, but at the same fuel cost. Say same fuel cost, we'll burn a little bit more obviously, but keeping the fuel level, because the fuel prices here are like £1.35, £1.40 a litre. So fuel here is very expensive, and that's, like I say, the issue of why I don't get a fast boat, because it's so expensive to run. And with what I do, you just can't. But if we got a slightly faster boat that burns around the same fuel, it gives us more speed because we are using a planing hull, or even if we could use the engine like I've got at the moment, that keeps it all within the same range. The difference is it makes the boat faster, which gives us further range, so we can go and do other kind of fishing trips. We might better get around to some sandbanks, we might better do turbot, brill, this sort of thing. Yeah, we can just basically, we get a further range to be able to do stuff. We can even go out into the deeps, maybe even go off a wreck or two. I don't know. It all depends on the boat in the end, and the speed of it, and how big it is. You know, my ideal boat at the moment would be something like an Orkney 19, and with like a, well, 20 horse, something like that. I wouldn't want like a 60. I couldn't afford to run a 60 horse engine and a 30 horse engine. You're talking huge amounts of fuel, and like I say, for what I do, being that fishing is my main thing, it's too expensive at the moment. Obviously, if the channel took off and everything went really well with that, and we had sponsors and all sorts, yeah, then we could afford to run something a lot faster, and we could go and do much. But the whole point is keeping a balance of having something that's useful, affordable to run, but expands the channel and gives us more range to do more fishing trips, to do more other things. I mean, we get a boat that's fast like a 19, I could even shoot around the island. We can head off to some of the other islands and fish around there, or even spend the night on those islands doing stuff. You know, there's options. It opens up options, having a better boat with a bit more speed to it. As it is at the moment, we go out and I stay within a certain range. I have been further, but it's a long day and very slow day when your boat isn't, you know, when you've got displacement. The advantage of the displacement is a very stable boat. You know, it doesn't rock around, this sort of thing. So there you go. That is the problem with the boat. It leaks. And that is why the boat is probably going to come out early this year. We still will have the aluminium, so I'm still going to go out fishing and that for now. And getting a boat, I mean, getting a boat isn't a problem. I can find an old boat over here. I could find a boat for a few £100, do it up and make it into something like we've got. Obviously, it's all the hassle of the licence changing all that around. And I really would like to go with a planing hull or something along those lines, something a bit better, so we can sort of go and do a bit more fishing for other species further out and head round to sandbanks and those sort of things where that just aren't in my sort of area, and basically do a lot more videos on the boat. So it kind of benefits everyone and everything. Now, like I say, if I could find a boat sponsor kind of thing, that would be fantastic, because then I could, they're obviously having their boat advertised twice a week pretty much. They can even have their names sprawled across the boat. I don't care, you know, it would be good for everybody. Anyway, I'm just going to throw up a bit of footage. This is the very last trip we did a couple of days ago out. I haven't been out since, and hopefully we'll get back on track this week and do a bit more fishing, at least before the boat comes out. Right, here we are again. Another morning. A little bit breezy, but nothing too bad. We're going to be heading out for the pots today. The main aim is to go and get them all baited, because I haven't done them for 2 days. I decided to take a couple of days not fishing, because there simply hasn't been any fish. It's been very, very quiet. Even the pots started going quiet, so I thought bring the boat in for a couple of days and just leave it. Now, tomorrow onwards, or tomorrow, well, Monday, tomorrow's Sunday, tomorrow onwards, it's going to be getting a little bit windier, and it's going to be rain, lightning and all sorts. I reckon we'll get horrible weather all next week, so I'll probably nip out in the morning and pull the boat back in, something like that. But today, like I say, it's important we get them baited, because I might not get out there again for at least a week because of the weather conditions. I mean, it's been nice, but it's no good being nice and no fish. So. Unloading the little spider grabbing 2 pots, so they're moving for sure. I'm not leaving them here. Not wasting my time. We might put these back in the bay somewhere. Lobster! Splendid! For a random pot, this one's doing alright. That's why it might be worth chucking another pot, or even a couple of pots here. It gets them into a sort of safer area. And bad weather means I can get to stuff. Actually, there's another one. I can even see that one. There's a little one. I saw that one. There's one there. And I'll tell you why I didn't see it. Because it's got no claws. The question is, was it fighting with the one that was in here already? Yes, possibly. It might have had one claw, but I haven't got any now. Look at that thing. Oh well. I'll keep hold of that for now. I might have that myself. I'll decide afterwards. If we get more lobsters, I'll probably just throw it back, but another lobster. Let's definitely have 2 lobsters. No. Probably throw it back. Yeah. There's another pot, isn't there? Almost forgot there was another pot. I'll gauge it. It looks like it might possibly be in. Gauge first. Ooh. So tiny amount under, but under. Like it might decide I'll eat in a minute. It's only got one claw, so that'll be one for me on the table. Some nice lobsters. Like I say, it turned out nice again. But as from tomorrow onwards, I think it's going to break down the weather for a couple of weeks. Mostly rain, I think, and lightning and stuff like that. Bit of breeze. Probably too much to go too far out. We'll see, we'll take it as it comes.